So the Montreal Canadiens have officially traded Jeff Petry to the Pittsburgh Penguins, along with, and this is the part that Habs fans, from what I'm seeing, are not very happy with, Ryan Poehling is going to the Pittsburgh Penguins in exchange for Michael Matheson, who is a left-handed shot defenseman who makes almost $5 million per season and a fourth-round draft pick. Now, on the surface, I've seen a lot of Habs fans who are not exactly happy with this transaction. And look, I mean, if you ask me, I originally thought the Habs could get a first-round pick for Jeff Petry, but I quickly realized how naive that was, and I was overvaluing him because of what I'd seen in the past, okay? I'd seen in the past a Jeff Petry who last season was in the Norris conversation because of how good he was, and he was by far and away the best Montreal Canadiens defenseman. And honestly, you can make that case for the past few seasons, not this past one, but before that. Petry was the best and most reliable defenseman on the Habs blue line. I would say, Shea Weber was in the earlier years and when he was healthy, but other than that, because Weber was hurt a lot, it was Petry. He was the best defenseman on that Habs blue line. So that's why I maybe overvalued him a bit. But, you look at the return, and Matheson, look, I know in Pittsburgh he was so-so, but you're getting a player here who absolutely has some upside, okay? The guy, he's big, he's mean, he's tough, he's not slow, okay? He can keep up. I'm telling you right now, just because he's big doesn't mean he's another Hal Gill, if you remember back in the day. Like, he can play, he can skate. He's from pretty close to Montreal. He's from Pointe-Claire. So, honestly, he's going to be happy to put on the sweater, unlike Jeff Petry was last season, asking for a trade all the time. So, I think this is going to be a good fit. I really, really do. And then, of course, you get another draft pick in it. A lot of people are saying to Ken Hughes, oh, you could have done better. I don't know. With Jeff Petry, he's up there in age. He's in his mid-30s. He makes a lot of money. The attitude at times, it maybe scared teams away. Big right shot defensemen are always going to be high in demand in the NHL, but Petry seemed to be someone that teams were maybe a little bit scared of. So to get a Matheson back, look, I'm not saying it's the best trade ever. I'm not saying it's an amazing trade like I think the Toffoli one was for Kent Hughes, or even the Lehkonen one, I think. So I'm just saying that I don't know, that this is not as bad of a trade as people are making it out to be. And some people are on Twitter saying it's the end of the world that this guy got traded. You look at guys like Grant McKegg, the former Habs scout. I know a lot of people roll their eyes when they see him, and I did too, until he was right about Slafkovsky getting picked over Shane Wright. He's talking about how this isn't as bad of a trade as people are making it out to be. And then Matheson could end up being a very good player. And a key point here, that Matheson ended up playing 23 minutes per night, 23 plus minutes per night versus the Rangers in the playoffs, and had 6 points. So in one series, that's very, very good. And this is a guy who could absolutely be on the second, if not the top pair for the Habs, and do some good damage. He's 28 years old. I know Habs fans maybe would have wanted somebody a bit younger for Jeff Petry, and I know Kent Hughes was saying that he didn't want to take a big contract back, but here we are, and the kid is relatively young, 28 years old. I think you get younger, okay, and you get a guy who wants to be there, who wants to pull the sweater over his back, who's going to be proud to wear the Montreal Canadiens crest. Not that Jeff Petry wasn't, but you could see that his heart was elsewhere. Especially near the end, his heart was somewhere else, and he didn't want to be playing for the Montreal Canadiens. Matheson is going to want to play for this team. It's going to make a huge difference. Trust me on that one. And I really, really do think that this guy's going to end up being a player. I think Habs fans are going to love him. And look, if it doesn't work out, I think you will be able to trade this guy. I really, really do. Especially if next season it doesn't work. The guy's still only going to be 29. I think you absolutely got a trade on your hands. Because big defensemen like that who can play, it's just going to work. I really, really believe that. I think that this trade is going to be good. We haven't even talked about the fourth round pick yet. Yes, fourth round picks sometimes, look, they amount to nothing. They amount to just sand in a box. But sometimes they can be good. Okay, if I recall, I think Brad Marchand is a fourth-round pick. Johnny Gaudreau is a fourth-round pick. So you can hit there. Trust me on that one. We'll see what ends up happening. I want to know what Habs fans think. I don't necessarily think the Habs lost the trade. I don't think the Penguins won it either. Of course, we'll still have to see, but my whole point with this video is just to say that I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. So I don't think the Habs straight out lost the trade, just based on what we've seen from right now. We'll see how it goes with Matheson and Petry in Pittsburgh. I think he'll be a pretty decent fit, but especially playing behind Letang on the right-hand side, and you can move up and down your lineup. That's a good fit, but this doesn't mean that the Habs lost the trade. And you look at the value that Petry had, it was not as high as it was in previous years. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.